How you guys doing? Thanks for joining the channel. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. All right, I've got some new parts here we're going to put onto the Dodge. I think it was starting to feel neglected. When I do suspension work, I like to replace the rubber goods, especially on a truck that's 20 years old. For this installation, I'm using Thuren XS Soft coils. I'm using a boxed lower control arm. I was not able to find a boxed upper control arm, but I think this will be an improvement in longevity nonetheless. Wish me luck, and let's get this 24 valve some new parts. Should take a minute to thank the previous owner for not putting any anti-seize on the stud threads. Also take a minute to get rid of the useless wheel locks, put on some normal lug nuts, and replace any wheel studs that may have worked their way loose over the years of abuse and neglect. All right, let's keep working. Get your air hammer out and let her rip. Or maybe do it with two hands. If the little baby air hammer doesn't get it out, get out the big daddy. She'll knock her out. All right, new versus old. You can see I've got an aftermarket spring spacer there on the old suspension. Wire diameter between these two coils is the same. What's different is there's more wraps on the Thuren coil. So I'm looking forward to that softer engagement. All right, gonna keep working. Had to do a little bit more work than I anticipated to get this spring out. Same thing on the other side. I had to take this bolt out. I had to move the brake line fittings, and I had to take the bolt out of the track bar, and that's because the track bar was hitting part of the mount there. Hopefully I'll be able to get all that back together, but quite frankly, that's a problem for future Dave. All right, I feel pretty fortunate to have gotten it back together on this side. I was dreading getting that track bar bolt in, but it went pretty good. The trick I used was I used the jack to move the axle up and down, and that helped me get these aligned pretty good. I didn't have to fight them a whole lot. I've got those bolts loose, and what I'll do is I'll tighten them down to torque spec next, but I'm gonna lift this axle up enough to where the springs bring the frame off the axle, and then I'll lock them in at that position. Here's the driver's side, netted about a ½ inch worth of lift. While you're under here, it's a good time to grease ball joints if available and check things like, you know, your front U-joint. Found out mine's blown out. So looking not too bad. Gonna do a quick double check, make sure I bolted everything back in and didn't screw anything up. I have a pretty good tendency to do that. Here's the passenger side buttoned up as well. I think I'm pretty close. Like I said, I went ahead and greased the upper ball joint there. Lower one doesn't have an accessible fitting. Retorqued the track bar. So yeah, good progress. Hoping I didn't miss anything. Find your neighborhood jump of choice to test your suspension. Oh, that's butter smooth, buddy. Woo-wee. Before taking your truck on its first drive with the new parts, take a minute to double check your bolts. Look at what you took apart, look at what you put back together. Check any lists you may have made. That way you have a pleasant first drive. You don't gotta get it AAA'd home or drag it home or call the wife and have her come pick you up. All right, hope you guys have had a good weekend. Talk to you soon.